Why were we created in the first place? How did we get here? And also, what's our purpose in life? How can we know any of these things? A God of Abraham, a God of Moses, a God of Jesus. Who are you talking about? How may we know this God? Who is this God related to? Allah ordered Muhammad, peace be upon him, Qul, say to them, He is Allah alone, without any partners. This is one of the most important facets of Islam.
Islam, like any precious gem, has many beautiful facets. Let us explore together the facets of Islam.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I'm your host, Yusuf Estes. And for the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about one of the many beautiful facets of Islam. In this particular episode, we'll deal with the subject of ikhlas, or sincerity. The word ikhlas from the Arabic language implies so much, and yet we have so little to work with in the English. We substitute the word sincerity. But ikhlas means so much more. There is a particular portion of the Quran called a surah named Ikhlas, Surah Al-Ikhlas. And it deals with the sincerity in belief and worship of the one true God. A very lovely and wonderful work within the Quran itself. It goes something like this. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid. Wa lam yulad. Wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. The meaning in the English language is best understood when we see the context with which it came to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, over 1,400 years ago. It was when his own tribal members had come to him, accusing him of bringing magic or falsehood to them in replacing their religion of paganism, idols, statues, and so on. They were asking him, who is this God you're speaking of? A God of Abraham, a God of Moses, a God of Jesus. Who are you talking about? How may we know this God? Who is this God related to? Is he related to Allah, Al-Uzza, Manat? Which of the gods? Is it a brother? Is it a sister? Tell us, if you will. And they were basically making fun of him and what he was teaching them about this ikhlas, or sincerity, only for Allah. Before he could even begin to answer them, the answer came with the speech of Allah in the Quran. And Allah ordered Muhammad, peace be upon him, Qul, say to them, He is Allah, the Ahad. And this word Ahad is best understood from the Arabic when you know that the word Wahid means one, but the word Ahad means one that has no two going to come after it. So usually we use the word in English, unique. Say He is Allah, the unique, uniquely one, that He is the Samad. And again, words won't suffice in English. Samad, eternally sought after by the creation, looking for sustenance, while He, the Creator, is in no need from what He's created. But yet in Arabic, so simple, you just say As-Samad. And it's one of the names of Almighty Allah. As-Samad. Lam, which means absolutely no. Yalid, not the son of anybody. Walam yulad, he's not the father of any progeny. He's having no genealogy. Walam yakullahu kufuwan ahad. And he is not like unto anything in his creation. There's nothing anywhere, anytime, any place like him. And then again repeating that he is ahad, unique. And this is called ikhlas. Yet in the surah or chapter itself, we don't hear the word ikhlas, do we? But we understand the ikhlas because if a person really believes this, and they have pronounced this, then they are on ikhlas. They are on this kind of sincerity. As a matter of fact, these few words that I've uttered to you from the Quran have such impact and weight with Allah that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that this is equal to 1/3 of the Quran itself. Imagine if these few words could have such an impact, to be worthy, to be considered as 1/3 of the Quran. I began to look through the Quran and try to understand why. How does that work? I have an edition of the Quran which is printed with colored letters so that any time Allah is mentioned or any of his names is mentioned, these are all in the red letters. As I began to turn the pages of the Quran, I discovered an amazing thing, that there were red letters on every single page. So much so that I could just open the Quran to any place, in the beginning, in the middle, toward the end, and the last part, the last 7th or 8th or 9th. And no matter where I turned, no matter where I looked in the Quran, I found red letters. Then I began to understand. Allah is mentioned on every page in his book. Everywhere I look, there's Allah. There's Allah's name and his attributes. He truly is a Samad, the one who doesn't need from his creation. Creation needs from him. He truly is Ahad, so unique. There can't be another like him. There is no pair, there's no match. And then we look to his name itself, Allah. That's his name, is Allah. What does Allah mean? And I thought, I need to know. When I studied the ancient scriptures in the Hebrew, when I looked to the Aramaic, I found that this is the same essence. He's called El, or Eloi, or Eli, or Lillahi, Allah. And how do we understand more about this? How can I get some essence of knowledge to know who he is and what he is and who he's not and what he is not all about? He tells us in another part of his Quran, in the very beginning part, the 2nd chapter, it's called the cow, Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 255. Something amazing that he says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum, la ta'khuduhu sinatun wa la nawm, lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Man dha alladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idni, ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum, وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَلَا يَئُودُهُ حِفْظُهُمَا وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. Now, if you understand the Arabic language, and you're even believing anything at all about God, you would see in this very verse the essence of the true belief, the true sincerity of understanding. He says, he is Allah beside whom there's none other to be worshipped. And he continues to let you know exactly his status of what he does and what he doesn't do. Al-Hayy. Al-Hayy means what? This is eternally and always alive. The epitome of this. He never dies. Al-Hayyul Qayyum. Qayyum, what is that? Totally self-subsisting. He does not need any sustenance from his creation. He has no needs whatsoever. Totally and completely independent of any need or any want. La ta'khudhu sinatun wala nawm. Look at this. He doesn't need any rest, and he doesn't sleep.